HTML, CSS. Do you know what these things are? Well, I'm going to be explaining them right now. Let's jump right into it. Hello guys, welcome to this channel. Today I'm going to be introducing the basics and fundamentals of HTML and CSS. This video might not be for you if you already understand, know, and can code in HTML and CSS. But if you can't and you're looking to get started in HTML and CSS, then this video is for you. Yeah, you. My name is Blessed and I make videos like this and much more on this channel. So if you're new, then consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification icon so you never miss any of my uploads. The amazing thing about this is it's absolutely free, so just go down there and click that button. With all that being said, let's go right into it. As a software engineer, the first two things I had to learn were HTML and CSS. And this happened to be true for most other software engineers around the world. There are so many reasons for this, one of which is the fact that these two technologies are easier to learn than most other technologies out there. Another reason for this is HTML and CSS are the building blocks of all websites. And as a result, anyone seeking to get started in software development usually starts with HTML and CSS. Okay, so to begin with, what is HTML? HTML simply means Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext Markup Language. HTML is the major building block of the web. Yes, I mean the entire web. In fact, all websites are actually made up of HTML. HTML was invented in 1993 in Geneva, Switzerland by Tim Berners-Lee. I hope I pronounced that right. HTML is relatively easy to learn. However, just like everything else, you need to put in the work and time to actually learn. HTML is made up of tags and attributes. Tags and attributes are the basis of HTML, and they work together. However, they perform different functions. Let's learn more about HTML tags, shall we? HTML tags function like keywords, in the sense that they define exactly how web browsers should format and display content. In other words, tags help browsers distinguish between HTML content and simple content. HTML tags are used to indicate the start of an HTML element, and they are usually enclosed in angle brackets. In case you don't quite get it yet, it's okay. Here are some examples of HTML tags. The head tag, the body tag, H1 tag, P tag, title tag, and so many more. An HTML tag, when it's used, contains three main parts: the opening tag, the content, and the closing tag. However, some HTML tags are enclosed, which means they don't come with closing tags. This therefore means that all HTML tags can be divided into two main types, which are the pair tags and the singular tags. Pair tags come in pairs, having both an opening and a closing tag. Hence, they are always in pairs. However, on the other hand, singular tags are without closing tags. Here are some examples of these tags. There are tons of tags in HTML, and we'll be getting into them in future videos. Another reason for you to subscribe to this channel and click on that bell notification button so you never miss any of these videos. Now that you know what tags are, let's take a look at attributes. Attributes are additional pieces of information. Attributes usually take the form of an opening tag or a singular tag. Here, the additional information is placed within the tag. Here is an example of an attribute. The anchor tag, having an href attribute within the tag. Although this example had just one attribute within it, HTML tags can have as many attributes as it requires. Okay, let's switch up to CSS. CSS actually means cascading style sheets, and it is responsible for the stylings you see on web pages. CSS has the ability to style web pages. This is because they define exactly how elements look on these web pages. CSS determines things like the coloring, the position, the height, the width, and many others, including font sizes. CSS is a lot more extensive than HTML. From my own individual experience in using CSS, I'd say it's used to add touches of beauty to programs like web pages and others. This may go a long way in explaining exactly why beginners starting out in CSS actually find it so interesting. CSS styles HTML elements using something called selectors. Selectors is CSS's way of selecting elements on an HTML page. There are two main types of selectors in CSS, which are classes and IDs. Tags are also a type of selector. CSS uses tags in a very simple way. I'll explain to you exactly how CSS uses classes and IDs. Classes are used for collective style. It doesn't have to be on a unique element. I'll give you an example. Let's say we have 4 different elements, and we want to style these 4 elements the exact same way. Then using a class instead of an ID is perfect. But the reason why this is because we consider those 4 elements as a collection. Giving each of these elements the same class gives them the same styling. IDs are used to select unique elements on an HTML file. IDs should not be shared and must be unique in that HTML file. Classes are implemented in CSS using the dot functionality or method. Here is an example of the dot functionality or method in use. Here, a dot is placed in front of the class name used. This enables the compiler, which is what compiles codes on your computer, by the way, interpret this selector as a class and not an ID or something else. IDs are implemented in CSS using the hash functionality or method. For IDs, an hash is placed in front of the ID used. This also enables the compiler to interpret the selector as an ID and not a class or something else. I hope you now have a basic understanding of HTML and CSS. Don't forget to drop a like on this video if you did enjoy it. A pretty basic introduction you said this video was. If you have any topics or questions you'd like me to make a video on, you can drop it down in the comment section below. I appreciate it. Finally, if you do like contents like this on software development and entrepreneurship, which I'm going to be making videos on, then consider subscribing to this channel and clicking on that bell notification button so you never miss any of my videos. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.